Okay, so we're sitting here with Jeri Ellsworth from Tilt 5, CEO, founder, creator of probably the greatest board game on the planet right now. Hi,
well,
welcome.
Hey, thanks for talking with me. I'm excited to share what we're doing.
Yeah, excellent. So what is it that you're doing? What do we got going on?
So we're developing augmented reality glasses, but they have a twist to them. We're highly focused on tabletop games and video games. And so we've optimized them to have a wide field of view when you're up close, to have a light field so that you can accommodate all the different focus levels that are in front of you with all these like magical game characters that are running all around. And then we have other things like a wand so you can poke things and prod things and pick it up or play a video game with it.
Similar to like a Wii controller or old Nintendo
We were
controller?
very much inspired by that. You know what's funny is we went through hundreds of iterations on the industrial design of the glasses and of the wand. And everyone like makes fun of our wand. It looks like a barbecue lighter. And I'm like, that is not a mistake at all.
No.
Like everyone knows how to like
how
pull
to
a trigger.
Yeah. It's archaic, maybe.
Yeah.
But
tried and
works.
true, I like to say.
It works. Don't screw up something that works. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I come from the toy industry, and so that was beat into me for years. It's like, don't boil the ocean, figure out what's fun, distill it down to that, and make a product around it, and that's what we're doing.
The one thing I always like to keep in mind is children like to play with the box, not the toy that came inside of it.
That happens a lot, yeah.
So,
It actually, cats will love our box.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you have entered into this realm of MR, AR, VR, all in one. And tell us how you got there. Like, what was your inspiration?
So I got recruited by Valve Software about 12 years ago. Gabe Newell, the founder of the company, hired me on. He said, this is your mission. Right now, video game players are in little islands of, their own. It's not really a group family event in most places. He wanted to have everyone from grandma, grandpa, all the way down to the grandkids playing video games together. And so we started the hardware lab. We researched everything about AR and VR and game controllers and Steam boxes and biometric feedback to try to improve games and see how we could bring people together. And in fact, I was at Valve Software when I invented this optical technique that is solving all these problems. It was kind of interesting. Valve's a little bit of a political place. Actually, one of the kind of head honcho engineers in the early days of the prototypes, it was a prototype, right, really primitive, said, this is like gravel for the eyes. And I'm like, it's like just a prototype. We're working on it. Anyway, they decided they didn't want to proceed with doing an AR project. They wanted to double down and do the HTC Vive headset instead. So anyway, the AR team got pushed out. I started a company called Cast AR and purchased the technology from Gabe and learned a lot of lessons about startups, how you can really screw those things up too.
Oh, yeah?
That's a long story. I won't bore you all with it, but mistakes were made. But I think the biggest one I learned was I should be the leader of the company and driving the vision. So if you outsource that to a bunch of external executives, they don't know where to take your product. So after that, a group of us, the core team from Cast AR, got back together. It's like, this thing is really awesome. We got to make sure that it survives. And so we formed Tilt 5, and we focused the company like, okay, we're not going to be a Magic Leap that's boiling the ocean, or a Facebook who is telling you about their next product before they've even got adoption on their first product. Let's do one thing, nail it, get it out there, see if the world loves it, and then move on from there. And that's where we decided to focus on tabletop gaming experiences, because it delivers on that face-to-face. We can play across from each other and have it.
It's a lost love.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's timeless.
It is. Families have gone away from the family game night, and you're really bringing it back to where families want to do that, because it immerses them into the game. So with all of that, what are we looking at timeline-wise, product timeline-wise?
Yeah, so we shipped out hundreds of dev kits, which is great, which means we have tons and tons of games. We have over 140 board games, and we have about 40 action video games, puzzle, various types of games. And we have a couple that we can't announce yet, some big titles. We finally landed some of our big titles.
That's good.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I'm so excited.
I can't wait to hear the names. I know.
I almost slipped up earlier.
Uh-oh.
Open on one title.
Open on one title. Yeah. So anyway, we've done that. And now we went through a beta period with our Kickstarter backers. And the beta period was like amazing. They helped us solve a bunch of problems. And then now at the end of the month, we're starting to ship to our Kickstarter backers, the bulk of them, now that we've solved a bunch of the problems. And we have so many pre-sales, we're like back ordered until January.
Yeah, I know. I've actually tried getting on to buy a set myself, and that's almost
like
impossible. That's almost
yeah.
impossible.
But you can go there and get a pre-order, get in
right
line
online.
because they're selling.
Yeah, in fact, we're going to put that right on the channel. We're going to put the website and how you can get on to get in line to get a Tilt 5 board and controller set, and they have an expansion board and everything else. So we'll get into that on the description below when we do that. So obviously, because you've gone so mainstream, you're multi-platform. Correct? Because it doesn't come with the whole console. You get the glasses, you get this, and you get the board. Yeah.
What's cool about what we've done with the system is it plugs in through just generic USB, USB-C or USB 3 super speed. And that means we can plug into tablets and phones and PCs. We run on Windows and Linux and Android right now.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so you can be cross-platform. And then many of the games that we got and or bringing to the system are cross-platform. So if your friends don't have a Tilt 5 system yet and they want to play with you, they can come over and they can play on their tablet or their PC, and it's cross-platform.
Not the same full effect, though, of course.
No, you don't get
the
fucking holograms popping out of the table.
You don't get that is going to be cool. Are we going to be able to get a look at that? Is there a way of seeing that?
Yeah, you can see it today if you can make it through the lines.
Yeah, there's some major ones. Yesterday was
there's
so busy.
been 45-minute lines to get into our booth all day.
Maybe we could stick the glasses up to the camera lens.
You can try. You can try these. Part of the visual effect to really sell this light field is very short duty cycle on the strobing of the images. So cameras usually get really trippy and psychedelic, but you can try.
So what's your major solution with this whole entire thing? What have you... I guess I want to say, what's the contribution towards the AR space overall with your system?
I think the biggest thing is we're not boiling the ocean.
Yeah.
We've seen that with a bunch of VR and AR companies where they're trying to be everything for everyone, and they end up making a product that's not really palatable to too many people. So we're trying to make something that 100 million homes could have in it. Is it the next Atari 2600? Maybe that's what we're trying for, or the
Man, you're taking back some time there.
Well, I bring up Atari 2600 or Pong to think
that was a great
how
game
crazy
ever.
was it that Nolan Bushnell and Al Alcorn made this tennis game, and to think that hundreds of millions of homes would want to have this crazy contraption wired into their television. I'm sure everyone was telling them they're fools.
Yeah.
And that's, frankly, everyone working in the XR space gets that on a daily basis. People just
gaming in general
don't get it yet.
Yeah, just gaming in general. I do truly believe that. All right, well, I think I've asked a boatload of questions. You've answered.
Sorry, I've been rambling.
No, you're good. You've answered every question fantastically. Let's see, maybe here in a little while we'll be able to get in there and get a trial on the game.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Jeri.
Thank you.
All right, so we are back at the Tilt 5 booth, and Ryan, cameraman and son, is going to be doing the game, and we're going to see how it works. He's going to describe what he's seeing, and then we're going to look at this computer screen over here. We'll zoom in on a bit. Go ahead.
Basically, it's kind of weird to explain.
All right, good deal.
But
all sorts of fun you can tap in.
Essentially what I'm seeing, that's cool. So, how to describe it is, imagine playing like an old computer game like World of Warcraft or something like that.
He says that's old.
RuneScape. RuneScape is an old one. Imagine that, but you can touch it. And it's like you bend back, it's right there. It's like you can walk around this, and now I'm staring at my guy. It's really cool to look at.
So, and as you can see, guys, there's nothing
Three-dimensional.
you can see on the board, but if you look at the screen, that's what he's seeing. He's actually, what I'm showing you on the computer screen is what he's seeing, but what you're seeing in front of this camera is just a blank board.
Here's my next victim. Yeah, all right.
So you're saying you can reach out and touch them?
My friend.
Kind of.
Go ahead and put this on.
I think I might have out of bounds this man.
Fantasy education here until 5.
You did.
Yes.
You're done.
I win.
I win?
Let me show you another demo real quick.
I'm playing the game for 3 minutes and I already broke it.
Kind of a nice fantasy demo
No, like,
scene of like, okay,
it's
so
not like
wanna
you can
build
just
out a
like
world
touch
and
it.
look at it
Basically,
top-down. This could
it's
be
like
for
the
anything.
the 3D. The trees are like three-dimensional. They're popping out at you.
Even like if you were building a new facility.
So it's like the trees look closer.
Go ahead.
Or something, and you want an architect's view.
This one we're going to use like a barbecue lighter, like this. Joystick to move.
Even you have like a
The
little
2 button you use to build platforms. Where you hold the wand in the world and press 2,
stuff like this where
you'll place the platform there. And the other one, right here, you can use to destroy stuff.
I need to get
If you use this, it'll zap platforms and destroy them.
So you can kind of toggle with those things.
And then the jump is the trigger on the back.
So now he's in building mode, guys. He's actually playing like their own version of Minecraft, Lego Minecraft or something like that. Is that what it's like, kind of Lego Minecraft?
How about
Kind of, yeah. No, it's just like a Lego world.
Yeah? Try to see if I can see inside your glasses while you're working. No. So it looks like there's a light on the underside of the black part there, and it pushes down towards the lens, and the lens probably has like a film, like what we know of metamaterials, and it's probably projecting the light into his eyes, which is basically how those glasses work.
Close,
Working
actually,
on making
where,
a
the projectors are actually
staircase.
presented above your eyes, making a wave plate in the lens.
It is a wave plate?
It's a wave plate that bounces
Okay.
at 90 down to the board,
Uh-huh.
and then the board is a retroreflective material that goes 180
There
back
it
to
is.
your eyes.
There it is. So it's the board that goes to your eyes.
That's how we create the light field on the board to create that 3D effect.
Fantastic. And there's the explanation that we needed.
Okay, so I think I might have made a staircase up to my eyes.
A staircase to your eyes.
If you need to rotate the world, I believe the one of these ones on the bottom can also rotate your view a little bit if you hold it down. There we go. That
There
one,
you
yeah.
go.
Can make it easier to get around if you need to get a different angle on it.
And again, you're not even seeing anything, guys. There's like nothing here. But then when you look at this one,
I committed
I don't know.
suicide.
No. It's actually, I mean, this is really harsh conference room lighting.
wow, absolutely amazing. Tilt 5, revolutionizing MR, AR, VR, you name it. They're jamming it all together, creating a fully immersive XR experience. And you can still see. I mean, that's the other cool thing. You're fully able to see around you, know what's going on.
I was so close to the top.
Let's see if I can see you through the glasses.
Let's try this one more time.
Okay.
You can give it a try.
Yeah, so wait,
The
it's
visual
called a
screen
retro
glasses are a
projection, so
little
you
bit
see
tough.
very
It depends on the frame rate of the
last
camera
frame
and what you're going to see. Because the way we project
like a
images out, we do 180 color fields per second, which is red, green, and blue.
Ooh, the
sequential
game board
fields.
just turned white on me.
Game Boy?
Game board. Oh, it's because my light kicked on.
Yeah, it's just reflecting off the.
Oh, I was supposed to be going.
Well, did that
and doing
change?
stuff?
Did when my light hit the board, did it change what the screen looked like?
It should. If you were holding it above his head, it might kind of interfere with stuff
Going through that way?
because you're kind of reflecting it back out. You'll see like bright glare.
Mm-hmm.
But over on the side, that's one of the beauties is you guys can be playing 2 different games on the same table. He's doing another demo right now, totally different demo, totally different experience from what you're seeing, but you guys are playing on the same board.
So what you're saying is not this isn't.
The colors do feel more
You could
vibrant
play
in darker
multiplayer,
rooms. Yeah.
single player. Wow.
I mean, the lenses and
You know, like those old TVs where people could like watch different channels,
Yeah,
like sitting in
picture in
different seats?
picture.
like my desk
Yeah, a
is
little bit
over
like
there.
that, but they could even have the whole screen devoted to 2 different images. We can kind of do the same thing.
That's not old technology. Man, you guys, you're young, aren't you? I'll tell you old technology. I remember having to get up and
Hold
turn
it a
the
little
channel.
closer. Sometimes the RF, there you go. If the light's blinking green, it means you're connected.
Okay.
Alright, ready to go.
Okay.
So this is just a
Press 1 to reset, press system to cancel.
nothing
press home
interactive
again,
here.
yeah.
I mean,
Just
all
kinda
I'm
turn on
doing is
the
I can
menu.
spin
There you
the
go.
Okay, thank
visuals
you.
with the
You
joystick,
can
and I
go-
can kind of make it big and small. I scale it up,
An
scale it
elevator.
down. But really, this is a nice
Forgot how to
display.
jump.
And, like, think about
Trigger,
how data
on the
might
back.
be visualized here.
Oh no, it's just not working.
No, your wand is disconnected. It's the RF interference.
Yeah, Jerry was telling us about there's real bad RF in here.
Oh, it's crazy.
get
We,
your music students
we
kind
amped
of
up the
combining
power
with
on the
the math
wand and on the headset to receive and try and blast through, and not even that was
Got it.
enough to cut through everything. So we still sometimes see a dropout on the RF.
Well, I think we're going to go ahead and drop this down. It looks like we're having a little issue. Plus, I know there's a lot of people in line.
Yeah, they kind of are.
You can display black.
That was
Do you want to try and get a video through the lens real quick?
Yeah.
Does it work? Kind of.
Yes, I can see a little bit. Let's.
Maybe if you hold it
Here,
up.
let me angle the camera. There it is.
Yeah, you can see
There
that
it
color
is.
banding coming
Yep.
through.
I do have my AR lens on. That might be helping.
They can see the game. So, yeah, that's the game. I enjoyed it. It looked pretty cool. On the other screen, they will have shown us
I got your glasses. Cool.
So yeah, that is Tilt 5. I'm excited for when this game comes out. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe we can get our hands on it.
I want one. All right, guys. So that's it for this booth, and we'll be back with another one.